And remember that yoga is not a place for judgment. It's not a place for evaluation or worry. It's a place where you're safe, where you are completely honoring your body. So whatever is in your practice today, whatever your body is telling you it's ready to do today, honor it. And if I ask or suggest a pose and it's not something that your body is feeling today, just modify it for yourself, or just take a pause and just sit in this position and find your center and find your breath. So open your eyes, bring your hands, the palms together, thumbs towards your chest. And perhaps we take our intention today and make it one of pause. Just pause from the craziness of the world around us, pause from the stresses of our personal life, pause from the self-judgment that we kind of inflict on ourselves. So let's meet ourselves with compassion and joy today, and let's find this to be a place of centering and happiness. So take one last breath here and exhale. And then slowly start to lift your arms up and overhead. And chip, and there you go. Janie, maybe grab hold of your wrist if you have one arm that's not cooperating, and just help it up. And try to get as long a stretch as you can, keeping your spine nice and tall, keeping the space between your vertebrae, and reaching up to the sky. Try to bring your biceps to your ears, and just kind of like you're getting out of bed in the morning, taking that big, deep stretch. And then open your arms and rotate your wrist as you spiral them down. And then we're going to take it again all the way up. Stretch, stretch, right hand, and then left hand. And keep stretching side to side. Try to get a little opening in your side body. Try to keep your spine as long as possible. Open up again, rotate your wrists, take your time. Connect with your breath. Drop your shoulders away from your ears. And just rest your hands on your thighs. And just maybe take some organic movements in your neck. Now, I know it's a little bit anxiety ridden getting on this platform. So just take a minute to where you might be holding tension and just let it dissolve and melt away. And then bring your head to neutral. So be mindful of your posture. You want your chin pulled back a little bit so that your ears are over your shoulders and your shoulders are over your hips. And you're like you have a string attached to the top of your head. Your head is pulling nice, your crown of your head is pulling nice and tall, creating a nice long spine. And you have a neutral cervical spine and a neutral lumbar spine. So Bob, what I was telling people before is if you feel comfortable to put a pillow behind the small of your back, that gives you more support, whatever feels good for you might be a good thing. And sit up nice and tall. And then just drop your head, your ear to your right shoulder. Just feel that side stretch in your neck. And just try to find softness. Use your breath. Inhale slowly. And then exhale. And then extend your left arm out, thumb to the earth, thumb pointing down. So I see the back of your hand. Right. And just pull that arm back as your ear just floats softly over to your shoulder so that you're getting a nice long stretch in that top shoulder muscle. And then inhale, lift your chin up. Exhale, chin down. Leave that hand still thumb facing down. Inhale, chin up. Exhale, chin down. One more time. Inhale, chin up. Exhale, chin down. Release your arm to your lap. Bring your chin back to the center. Just keep your chin to your chest and feel a stretch in the back of your neck. Your shoulders are just softly drifting away from your ears. Everything is soft and relaxed, no tension in any muscle. Inhale, lift your chin back up. Exhale, drop your left shoulder, your ear to your left shoulder. And just like gravity, pull it over. You don't have to look at me. You don't have to look at your screen. You can even close your eyes and just let your body completely soften in this pose. And then when you're ready, extend your right hand out to the side, back of your hand facing me, thumb facing down. Just stretching that neck a little bit deeper. Just letting gravity pull your ear and your neck down towards your shoulder. And then inhale, lift your chin up. Exhale, chin towards your armpit. Inhale, chin up. Exhale, chin towards your armpit. Inhale, chin up. Last time. Exhale, chin to the armpit. And then bring your chin back to center. Hands back to your thighs. Drop your chin to your chest. And just let it hang there. Nice long spine. And feel the stretch in the back of your neck. And again, always honor your body. Yoga is not about judgment, so don't judge where you are in this pose. If it doesn't feel good leaning this far forward with your neck, just back off, bring it up a little bit. And then slowly lift your chin and bring it all the way up as far as you can, looking up to the sky, opening up your chest. Breathe and relax. And then slowly, one more time, chin down to your chest. Take a deep breath here. And then reverse, chin back up to the sky. Drop your head back as far as feels comfortable. And then come back to a neutral cervical spine. Just bring your chin back up to neutral. And let's just take a pause here. We talked earlier about, Bob, I don't think you were here when we started class, about today we're going to make our intention be about pause, taking a pause from the craziness and stress in our life and finding a way to connect with our breath and our body and our mind and control those negative thoughts. We have, I was quoting a study that said that we have on average 50,000 thoughts a day. And of those thoughts, 80% of them are negative thoughts and 95% of them are repetitive thoughts. So we repeat that cycle of worry or stress. So for this moment in this practice, we're just going to take a pause. So throughout the practice, I'm going to invite you to sporadically take pauses and connect with your breath and the sensations of movement and see if you can have a deeper awareness and a more mindfulness to your movements. So let's focus right now on how you're feeling, on the quality of your breath, on the inhales, the length of your inhales and exhales. See if you can even them out. And begin to lift your right hand up and overhead. And just take a gentle extension in your side body. Now you can hold on to your chair, the seat of your chair, you can hold on to your thigh, wherever you feel comfortable. Bring your shoulders and your hips just stacked over each other and you're just opening up your side body. Try to keep both sit bones in the chair. And then gently engage your core, come back up to center. Bring that arm back down, either to your thigh or to the chair, and then raise your left arm up and over, and then try to gently, keeping your sit bones in the chair, let that side body open. Take it as far as you can, and if you're only here, maybe just take it to cactus and try to lift that elbow up a little bit. Take it as far as your body feels comfortable today. And if you don't feel comfortable extending your arm, just keep it in cactus. Just listen to where you need to be. The purpose of this is to open up your side body. Good. And gently come back up. And maybe you want to scoot forward on your chair just a little bit so that you can move about your chair, because we're gonna do some seated cat-cows. And this lubricates our spine and gets the synovial fluid moving. So we're gonna inhale, pull our belly button into our spine, pull our shoulder blades apart, drop our chin to our chest, and round out your back. Big stretch in your upper back. Exhale, pull your belly forward, lift your chest, arch your back, chin up to the ceiling. You can even grab hold of the back of your chair if you want a deeper stretch. And then exhale, come back to center. Let's do that again. Inhale, belly button to spine. Spread your shoulder blades open, tuck your belly in. Exhale, shoulders back, chest up, chin up. This is your cow pose. And a couple more of these on your own breath. So this kind of movement lubricates our spine. And we know that motion is lotion, right? So the more we can move and imbibe our discs with fluids, the more range of motion we will have, the more flexible we'll feel. So just keep going on your breath. And make this be your last one wherever you are. And I'll meet you back in neutral spine, sitting up nice and tall. And then we know that our calves are our second heart, so we've got to get them pumping to bring the blood flow back to our heart. So let's just rock your feet. So you're lifting your heels and you're just sort of marking time with your feet. Just squeezing those calf muscles and releasing. Trying to keep your knees parallel, so you might need to scoot forward in your chair a smidgen to do that, but keep your back nice and tall. Keep your shoulders, ears, and hips stacked, and just keep moving those heels up and down, pumping, 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 and then relax. Then I want you to lift your left thigh by reach underneath your left thigh and just lift that leg up. And hold it and flex your toe and point your toe. Flex and point. And keeping a nice, long, tall spine, flex and point. We're getting those hip flexor muscles. We're activating them one more time. Point and flex. And just gently bring that foot back down to the earth. Take a breath and then grab hold of the other leg underneath your thigh. Lift it up and flex. Keep your knee bent. Flex and point. Flex and point, flex and point. One more, flex and point. Good job. Shake out your legs, and we're gonna do a gentle twist to the right. So you have the choice. You can inhale, lift straight up, and take your left hand inside your left leg, and then take your right hand to the back of your chair. Lift tall on your inhale, exhale, push into that hand gently as you use your thoracic to shift. Now this is, and when I say push, I don't mean push your leg out. Just feel that you're pulling up. It's more of a pulling up than anything. So you're getting a nice long spine and you're twisting to the right. And the twist comes from your thoracic. We're kind of squeezing out our internal organs. Keeping your feet flat on the earth. Breathe, don't connect with your breath, and then come back to center. And release your both hands to your thighs. Take your right hand, put it inside your right thigh. Take your left hand, grab hold of the back of your chair. Sit up nice and tall on the inhale. Exhale, use your thoracic spine to twist. Use your rib cage to twist. Keep your shoulders away from your ears. Get your gaze over your left shoulder. Hold that twist and keep breathing. And then release and come back to center. Inhale one more time, another set of twists. Left hand, left thigh, right hand, back of chair. Inhale, lift tall. And then exhale, twist from your ribcage. And this time, maybe twist a little deeper. Don't forget to breathe, don't hold your breath. And release, come back to center. Last time on your right side, right hand to right thigh. Left hand to the back of the chair. Inhale, tall. Exhale, twist. Just take this as far as you feel comfortable. Don't let your heels come off the earth. Don't let your sit bones come off the chair. You're just trying to get a gentle twist to your left. And then slowly unwind, come back to center. Give yourself a big hug, wrap your arms as far around your chest as you can, and pull your belly button into your spine, round your back, just to release some of that tension. Maybe you want to kind of wiggle side to side to kind of soften those side muscles that we just stretched. And then open up. Bring your hands to your shoulders, and let's do some shoulder circles. So try to keep your spine nice and tall. Keep your shoulder blades hugging your spinal column, and start to draw circles with your right elbow. We're trying to work on the range of motion for your shoulder blade, for your rotator cuff. There you go. And then when you can, stop and go the opposite way. Try to draw big, big circles. And again, honor your body. Only go as far range of motion as feels comfortable for you. We want sensation, but not pain. Good job. And then up to the ceiling with your elbow. Leave your hand on your shoulder, yep, and then down to the side. And then up. Our rotator cuff is the one I told you, it's like a golf ball on a tee. So it has probably the greatest range of motion than any joint. So we want to just lubricate that joint and get it moving in all those directions. Okay, shake that arm out. And let's try the other side. Ready? Start making circles with your left elbow. And we want the movement to come from your shoulder blade. So even though you're drawing the circles with your elbow, you want to be moving that whole shoulder blade around in a circle. And then reverse it, go the opposite direction. Nice, long spine. Move that elbow. Nice job. And then come to resting, and then lift that elbow up to the ceiling. And then down. Use your breath. Inhale, lift. Exhale, down. Inhale, lift. Exhale, down. Inhale, lift. One last time. Exhale, down. Shake it out. Shake it out. Maybe rotate your shoulders forward and then rotate them back. And maybe cross your body and stretch it out this way. Really get all that juice, all those fluids in your shoulders going. Good job. Shake it out. And let's just do some finger stretches for arthritis. So we're going to start with our right hand out in front, thumb up. And you're going to count back out with your other four fingers. 1, 2, 3, 4. And as you do, your gaze is going to follow your thumb as your thumb goes out back. And then as you come back, pinky, ring finger, middle finger, first finger, and you're looking at your thumb again. Okay, so we're working these joints of our hands, and we're also working our tracking with our eyes. Ready? Thumb out front, right hand, and thumb up, Mary. Fisted, fingers are fisted in. Can you see? And then we're going to point first finger, second finger, ring finger, pinky, and your hand sweeps back behind your right shoulder. Then bring your pinky in, your ring finger, your next finger, and your index finger, and down. Shake it out. Let's bring the other hand up. Hand straight up, thumb up, the rest of your hand is fisted. And then you're gonna start extending your left hand out to the side as your first finger, second finger, third finger, and pinky. All the way back, stretch, stretch. Bring it pinky, ring finger, second finger, index finger, and you're back to the front. One more time, ready, go. 1, 2, let your gaze follow, 3, 4, pinky, ring, middle, index, and come on in. Now take your hands in front of you, and I want you to connect thumb to pinky, thumb to index finger, to ring finger, thumb to second finger, thumb to index. And just keep that rotation going. Like you're pinching your fingers. Keep it going. Keep it going. We're getting all those little joints on your knuckles or your fingers, right? This is really good for arthritis. Keep it going. Try to get it going faster if you can. Good. Shake it out. Okay, let's do a brain hug. Now, this one, I don't know that we've done in a while. So you're gonna take one hand and make, let's start with the right hand. Peace fingers. Can you see that? Peace fingers. And then you're gonna go from peace to okay. Let me get closer so that you can see it better. So we're gonna start with peace, and then we're gonna go to okay. Can you see that? Yeah? Peace, okay. Peace, okay. So we're kind of tapping into our neural pathways in our brain, the neuroplasticity, and we're trying to make connections, keep our mind sharp. Good. Let's do the other side. Ready? Peace, whoops, where's the camera? Peace, okay. Peace, okay. Peace, okay. Okay, here we go. Ready? So now this is when we really build the neural pathways because we want our brains to do two things at once. And good luck because I don't always get this right. So let's do it slow. Peace, okay. Peace, okay. Peace, okay. You see what I'm doing? You're switching. You're switching between them. Peace, okay. Peace, okay. Peace, okay. Peace, okay. Okay. So shake it out. And that's building neural pathways. See, that keeps us from losing our memories and it keeps our pathways growing and being strong. All right, so enough with our brain hugs. So we just shake out for a minute. And then I want you to kind of scoot to the side of your chair, and you're going to bring your right foot to a right angle, and you're going to drop your left knee down. We've done this one before, and you're going to keep a nice straight spine if you can. So take your right leg and make sure that your knee is over your ankle. And maybe that's too much, so maybe you just stand here. So you're just sitting on the side of your chair. And hold the back of your chair with your inside hand, with your right hand. And then just start, if you can, start to release that knee down towards the earth. Nice and straight. And we're gonna just do a nice, gentle little back bend. So you're nice and supported, right? You feel rooted in the chair. So now you're gonna lift your outside arm, and you're gonna gently take a back bend and come back up. And drop that arm down again. Baby back bend, just keeping your hips rooted in the earth, and just take a little flow here. Back and down. One more, back and down. Gently bring your feet together, walk yourself back to the front of your chair, and get yourself set up for the opposite side. So your left knee is over your ankle, and your Right leg is down. You're holding onto the back of the chair for support. Your spine is nice and tall. Tuck your shoulders, blades down your back, and your chin is gently pulled back. Good. Now inhale, lift your outside arm. Exhale, slight back bend. Use your core, pull yourself back up. Drop that arm. A little flow here, use your breath. Inhale, lift your arm. Exhale, slight back bend. Inhale, lift your arm one last time, all the way down. Inhale up. Exhale back. Inhale up. Come back to center. Sit all the way back in your chair. Now this is when you're going to need your strap. So Bob, you can use the tie. You can use, if you don't have one handy, you don't even have to worry about that for now. A tie, a scarf, anything that you want that you can grab hold of your foot with. So you're going to sit up, again, nice and tall, long spine. Good job, Bob. Grab hold of your strap and tuck it underneath the ball of your left foot. And just try to even out the strap so that you're not shifting your weight forward. You can still maintain the integrity of your spine when your toes are pointed up to the ceiling. Now, it's important to keep your toes pointed to the ceiling and your toe, your knee, and your hip sort of in alignment, right? So that you're not flexing out or in at the moment. And we're just going to gently hold that foot up there and breathe. Keep your shoulders dropped away from your ears. And on your next inhale, begin to extend that foot out to the side, just as far as is comfortable for you. And just hold it there in the stretch. And breathe. And gently guide it back to center. Using your hip muscles, your hip flexors, and then bend your knee and release the strap. And then set up for the other side. Get the strap down by your ball of your foot. Take your time. Make sure that your right foot is rooted on the earth. Your knees are parallel. Right, nice. And you're just using the strap to guide you, not to yank your leg up, just to guide you. Just to get a nice gentle stretch in your hamstring. And breathe. Soften here. And then gently, you can even put both straps in your left hand and start to guide that foot out. Keeping your hips even and keeping both sit bones on the chair. There you go. Just feeling that inner stretch in your inner thigh. And your quads are doing some work here. Shoulders are away from your ears. And then slowly guide that foot back to center. Bend your knee and release the strap. And just take a moment and sit back and find connection with your breath. We talked about taking the pause, so let's take a pause right here. And just see if you can connect with the sensations that are going on in your body and connect it to your breath. So if you're feeling tension in your upper back from that stretch, as you inhale, inhale expansion of your lungs and your ribs. And as you exhale, exhale the stress and strain of those muscles. And try to think of softening them. And inhale and kind of see what's going on in your mind's eye. Is there any judgment going on? Is there any worry that you're not able to do the pose the way you thought you wanted it to be done? Let go of that on your exhale. Release those expectations. Just allow yourself on this inhale to be receptive to whatever this moment brings, whatever your body offers you today. And on the exhale, let go of expectations. Let go of judgment. And then slowly float open your eyes and come forward on your chair one more time. And this time we're going to take the strap, we're going to wrap it around our foot, and then we're going to gently guide that foot up and across our thigh. So if your body is not feeling this today, then just extend your left foot out in front of you and let your right foot, your right heel, rest on your shin. But wherever it feels comfortable, what we want is that hip flexor stretch. So we want your left knee over your left ankle and your right ankle over your thigh. And you're either supporting it this way. Good, keeping the integrity of that straight spine, keeping that posture with your ears over your shoulders and your shoulders over your hips. And just find softness here. Try to relax the quad on your left side. Maybe you're holding tension there. Try to breathe and relax your shoulder blades. And just find peace and stillness in this pose. We have this psoas muscle that runs on the inside crease of our leg here. And that's what helps us to climb stairs and to get it up from a seated posture. And it gives us our hip flexor. So we want to really keep that stretched and healthy. Try not to lean over to one side or the other. Try to keep your shoulders stacked over your hips. Both sit bones on the earth in your chair. Honor your body. If you need to come out of this pose, come out of it. And then slowly straighten that bent knee and just let the strap relax as you slide that ankle down your shin and release that right foot to the ground. And then take your minute to set up on the other side. Extend your right foot out, put the strap underneath your left ball of your left foot, and then start to gently guide that leg up wherever it wants to go today. Bending that left knee, bringing your ankle over your thigh. Yeah, good job, Mary. And then slide that right foot back so that you can get as deep a stretch as your body wants to do. So remember, honor your body. If you just need to have that right leg extended forward, that's where you need to be. Listen to what your body's telling you. And then just let that knee, that left knee just fall out to the side, keeping the nice tall spine. You're not pulling in the straps. You can actually let go of the straps. And just breathe. Nice long spine. Take a pause here. Try to soften the muscles around your quads, just so that you can feel the benefit of the psoas stretch. Try to soften the muscles in your glutes. So in life, when things are crazy and there's chaos all around, even though you might be feeling stress, if you use your breath and these tools to just kind of tap into that mindfulness, you can find the peace in any situation. You can find the softness and the respite. And then slowly begin to extend that right leg and let the left leg gently slide down your shin, release the strap. Now take your strap, sit up nice and tall, and hold it in front of you with kind of shoulder width apart, with your palms facing me. And go as far as your body feels comfortable. So some of you may need to be have a little wider stretch. And Janie, you can do this. See if you can get that, get your right hand to come up. Is there a way that you can use the strap and kind of guide it up this way? Chip, can you try that and see if you can guide it up? Gently. Yeah, and just pull, there you go, there you go. And so you, Janie and Chip might be doing this, right? You might be doing this. And the rest of you might be doing this. Okay, so you take this stretch wherever you need to be. And then gently start to bring it up. Lift it as high as you can. And try to bring it as far back as you can by keeping your shoulder blades tucked. So maybe you need to widen that a little, your grip a little bit. So you're kind of opening up your chest and reaching back, and then come forward. Gently, 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 all with purpose and mindfulness. There you go. And then slowly lift up, inhale. Up overhead. Hold it there for a minute. Down now, when you bring it back, don't dip your head. Keep your head nice and tall. So only bring it back as far as your shoulders will allow without you ducking your head forward. So keep that neutral cervical spine. And forward. One last time. So we want to keep a long spine, a neutral cervical neck, right? So we just want that kind of pull your chin back so that it's your ears are over your shoulders. So as you come up here, your alignment doesn't change. And you just, the movement is coming from your shoulders. There you go. Perfect. Nice job, Bob. Good, Janie. Good, Chip. And come forward and down. Okay, one last shoulder stretch. So take the strap behind your leg, behind your back. And you're going to hold it out this way, right? So you've got it like this, right? And you're going to lift your arms and come down. So you're going to have to scoot forward on your chair just a smidgen. Hold your align, keep the integrity of that spine, and then lift a little bit. Working those rhomboids between your shoulder blades, trying to get them nice and strong, and down. And inhale, lift. Squeeze like you have a tennis ball between your shoulder blades. Squeeze them and release. Inhale, squeeze. Exhale, release. One last time. Inhale, squeeze. Squeeze your shoulder blades. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. And release. Okay, we are done with the strap. You can put that down. Give yourself a big hug. Kind of surround your back. Soften those muscles. Drop your chin to your chest. And maybe hinge forward into a gentle forward fold. And then use your core, pull yourself back up. And then reverse your hug, whatever arm was on the bottom, put on the top this time. Inhale, nice and tall. Exhale, hinge at your hips, forward fold. Keep your knees rooted in the earth, forward fold. Bring your belly to your thighs. Drop your chin to your chest and just relax. Feel a stretch in your lower back. Feel a stretch across the top of your shoulders. Inhale, come on back up. Release your arms. Okay, we have to do at least 2 sun salutations. So Bob, this is what we do as part of our cardio part of our practice. We usually do a bunch of them, but today I think for in the essence of time, we're only going to do 2 or 3. So we're going to keep our feet rooted in the earth. We're going to build a little cardio work. So get ready. We're not going to take pauses between the poses. So you're going to sit at the edge of your chair so that you can be comfortable and how your feet are rooted on the earth. Your toes, you can still see your toes, so your knees are over your ankle. All right, so we're going to inhale, lift our hands up to the sky. Exhale, bring your hands to cactus. Stay right here. Inhale, lift. Exhale, hinge at your hips, bring your chest to your thighs and bring your hands down your chins all the way to the earth. Inhale, lift your right hand to your right shoulder and twist open. Exhale. Exhale, bring your right hand down to the floor. Inhale, left hand to left shoulder open. Exhale, hands down to the floor. Inhale, slide your fans up your shins all the way up to your thighs. Push up, straight back. Inhale, hands overhead. Exhale, cactus. Stay right here. Inhale, hinge at your hips. Exhale, bring your belly to your thighs. Slide your hands all the way down to the earth. Inhale, bring your right hand, fingertip to your shoulder and twist. Exhale, back down. Inhale, left hand to your shoulder and twist. Exhale, down. Inhale, shins, hands on your shins, hands to your thighs. Push straight back all the way up. One last one. Inhale, all the way up. Exhale, cactus. Inhale, stay here. Exhale, forward fold, hands all the way down to the floor. Inhale, right hand to right shoulder twist. Exhale, hand to the floor. Inhale, left hand to left shoulder twist. Exhale, down to the floor. Slide your hands up your shins, place them on your thighs, straight back, hinge at the hips, come all the way up. Good job. Now, we ready for blast off? So this is another thing, it's also new to Bob. We try to have the strength in our hip flexors and in our core to lift independently out of the chair so that we can stand nice and tall, right? This is Chip and Janie's favorite pose. So we're gonna do, we did 12, I think was the highest number we've done so far. So let's just go with lucky 13. Let's just inch it up a smidgen. So here's the deal. We put our hands, we can either support ourselves on the chair or on our thighs or crisscross our arms. You find what works for you. And the purpose is to come forward, nose over toes. So you're leaning forward, but your chin is up, your gaze is up, and you're gonna lift your bottom out of the chair. And you're either gonna come all the way up in between each one, or you're just gonna come partially up, whatever works best for you. So we're gonna start with our feet planted on the earth, nice and rooted. And you take your time. You don't have to go at the pace I'm going at. You try to take your time, and we're gonna count it down together. Ready? Here we go. 1, oh, I started wrong. 13, and down. And 12, and out of your body. You may only do 2 or 3 today, and that's perfectly fine. 11, and down. 10, come on, Janie, you got this, and down. Use your core. 9, nose over toes, get that momentum going, and down. 8, nose over toes, come on, Janie, you got this, and down. Use your breath. 7, and down. Here we go, use your core. 6, we're almost there. You can do hard things, I promise. And down, come on, Chip. 5, feel those legs burning. We're almost there, we're in the home stretch now. 3, take a break if you need it for 1 beat. And 2, come on, we only have 1 more left. 2, actually 2 more. Ready? Here we go. And 1, and down, and here comes blast off, all the way up. Oh, woo! Blast off. Woo! 13's a lot harder than 12, isn't it? It doesn't seem like 1 more would make that much of a difference. Woo! Shake out, shake out. Good. So let's just take a minute to ground our feet in the earth. We're just going to stand up. Just take a minute and take a breath and take a pause. You worked out, your heart is pumping. Try to be mindful of finding the balance in this pose. So this is our mountain pose. So you want the balls of your big toe and the balls of your pinky toe and the heels of your feet. The weight should be evenly distributed so you can lift your toes and keep the weight evenly distributed on the rest of those, the triangle of your feet. Yeah, and then release your toes to the earth. And really feel like your roots are growing from the bottom of your feet to keep you solidly planted on the earth. And then work your way up, take the pause in this posture and see if you can tap into your breath and see how your heartbeat has changed, how the energy flow in your body might have changed. We've been seated a lot, and then we did that cardiovascular work that pumped the blood and energy throughout our whole body. And see in this pause if you can feel the difference in that energy flow and connect with the body parts and your muscles in the upper and lower part of your body and see if you can even out that energy. And see if you can just find softness. So maybe be mindful of relaxing your thighs. Be mindful of relaxing your shoulders away from your ears and just letting them melt down. And just kind of free your mind's eye of any thoughts except for attention and focus to your breath. Connect your breath with your body. And find stillness. Stay rooted in this peace and this wash of connection between your breath and your mind and your body. Then slowly begin to bring your hands to heart center, into prayer, thumbs at your fingertips, aiming at your heart center. And try just to lift your heel of your right foot and see how that feels to shift the weight from one foot to the other. And then bring that heel down and shift the other heel up. And try to be mindful of lifting tall and letting the heel come up, but don't let the hips or shoulders move. So you're lifting your heel, but you're not hiking up your hip. And maybe really lift that heel all the way up. And try to keep yourself rooted on your standing foot so there's not a lot of movement going on. And if you need to do this behind your chair so that you can reach onto your chair for stability, then by all means, feel free to do that. Last one, and come back to center. Now walk yourself to the back of your chair. And you can grab hold of it on the side. And then we're just going to do your version of tree. So we're going to start, in fact, let's start on the right side. So again, find your roots, nice and tall in your mountain pose. Use you put your left hand on the side of your chair so that you have support. And once you feel that you have the balance in that left foot, begin to kickstand that right foot. Now, the natural tendency is to take your left hip and let it swing close to the chair. What you want is to pull that hip, that standing hip, up
tall, in and up, as you start to kickstand your right leg. So you can just leave it here on the earth so that your toes are touching the earth and your ankle is, your heel is on your ankle. Remember to lift up out of your hips. Good, nice. Or you can take it up here. And we want to get that nice long open in your hip flexor, pulling up and tall. And maybe grow your branches of your tree. Maybe let them sway in the wind. Maybe just stay still. This is a balancing pose. And then release that foot to the earth. Shake out. Let's shift sides. Root down on your right foot and your left. Equal balance between each foot. Holding onto the chair with your right hand. And then once you find your roots and you feel stable and everything is stacked, ears, shoulders, hips, then begin to find your tree pose. And again, don't lean into that hip. Pull up as you open your outside leg. There you go. Hold on to the chair for support. Lift that right hip up. Elongate your spine, shoulders back, chin tucked. Nice, long, straight spine. And then play around with your tree. Let your branches grow and sway in the breeze. Keeping your spine nice and tall, and then release that foot gently and mindfully to the earth. Good job. All right, bring your chair back to center. Find your comfortable seat back in your chair. Put the pillow behind your back. This is your resting pose, your final Shavasana. We call it Shavasana. It's our resting pose, the last pose of the practice. So sit up nice and tall. Make yourself comfortable. Keep your feet flat on the earth. Close your eyes. And just start to settle in and find attention to your breath. And scan your body and start to focus on your breath. And see if you feel differently than you did when you started class. Take a pause here. See if you can connect your mind to your breath. See if you can connect that feeling of relaxation and let the ebb and flow of your breath wash that breeze of relaxation over all your body, through every cell, every muscle, every tendon. As you inhale, feel your muscles expand and be receptive to the oxygen and the blood flow that we created. And as you exhale, release any residual tension or muscle tightness and just find a way to use your breath to soften each of your muscles, starting with your feet. Imagine a wind of relaxation just blowing over the arches of your feet and around your toes and ankles, and just let them fall limp.
And let that breeze encircle your calves and around your kneecaps and thighs. And then let them completely relax. Just keeping your eyes closed. And just taking the journey of relaxation up over your hips, up over your torso, around, completely encircling your heart, softening it and letting it just blossom open. Open to all the joy and benefits of this practice. Inhale, let that breath continue up your spine, around your throat and jaw, down your arms, to every finger on both hands. So they are completely soft and relaxed. All the way across your face, up through your eyebrows and forehead, out the crown of your head. You are totally relaxed. And now begin to take a journey with me. And in your mind's eye, see yourself rooted in this moment. And begin, as you take your first step, to feel peace and confidence, knowing that this journey, these steps will take you to a place of complete relaxation and peace. And I want you to decide what that place will be. As you continue to step, you become excited about the opportunities of where this journey might take you. As you inhale, your heart is open and receptive to all this experience has to offer. As you exhale, you release any doubt or confusion. And we're going to step 3 more steps. And I'm going to count backwards from 3. So inhale and take that 3rd step. And imagine that you're getting closer. And this place, let it be your favorite place. The place when you travel in your mind's eye to your memories, the place where you have experienced joys and peace and happiness. 2, as you inhale, you start like tuning a guitar. You start to find that harmony, that special note that takes you closer to that favorite place. And 1, you open the door, and there it is. Take that step into that place of peace, comfort, positive memories. What does it look like? Scan the horizon. What do you see? What colors come into focus? What images? And as you bask in the beauty of this moment, what do you hear? What are the sounds of this special place? How do they soothe your spirit? How do they feed your heart? Inhale. What are the smells and the olfactory sensations that you experience in this moment? Stay here in this special place for the next minute or so and absorb all it has to offer. And then slowly start to bring your mind's eye back to this present moment in your chair. Slowly, at your pace, begin to take the journey back begin to connect. Take those memories in your mind's eye with you. On 3, let that experience and that feeling that overwhelmed you in that special place, carry that with you in your heart and in your mind's eye as you walk back into this present moment. 2, inhale all the benefits of that shared experience with their loved ones, maybe with special people in your life, maybe just with the beauty that nature has to offer. Let those memories permeate every cell of your body. 1, you are now fully back into this present moment. Feel yourself rooted in your chair. Take a pause and connect with your breath and connect with the sensations in your body as you feel them at this very moment. Inhale expansion and acceptance. Exhale doubt and exhale groundedness. Gently begin to bring your hands to heart center, thumbs to your chest in prayer. And may you be reminded in the craziness of this world and the busyness of our lives and the stresses that we experience, that you always have access to your special place. That with the tools of breath and mindfulness and taking a pause to connect to those, we can tap into our parasympathetic nervous system. We can relax our body and our mind. We can release all those positive chemicals. We can heal our bodies. We can heal our hearts. We can heal our minds. We just have to take a pause. So as always, I honor each one of you today for taking the time to share this practice with each other and with me. And from that place of light and goodness in me as it connects with that same place in each one of you, I honor you and I thank you for sharing your practice with me. Namaste.